light bar that looks like a light bar, upper gill that come up here. A lot of people hated the mouth look. Exhaust pipes sticking out. I don't even think it needs an exhaust pipe with that much horsepower. It's a big addition. Let's hit this. And what are we doing? We're recording. We're recording like what's going on. I should have used it while I was driving. Gangnam 가자.
몇 번째 장소를
Okay, well, it's the Elantra, the Avante, the Hyundai XL of this generation. I've driven all the Avantes, from the older
Body car,
to the
it's a
pedestrian
distinctive car.
to the cooking versions. We now have LED lights all round. We have this cool light bar that looks like a light bar but is actually a strip of silver. I would actually, who wouldn't pay an extra 100, 200, maybe 300 for a bit of like an LED bar that looks cool? I suppose it helps with the differentiation between the other model. In my childhood, Ariel there, the Hyundai XLs come out on the market in Australia and they were just, I had no knowledge of them. They were just little crap box cars. Then it got to about 95 and this bubble shape come out. This bubble shape Hyundai, it looked hot. And what started to happen was a lot of people were starting to talk to their parents and say like, look, this car is 12 grand. I love the color. I love the purple. I love the green. I love the red. I love the yellow. They were giving people what they wanted. And I guess that I'm sure that the color choice has made such a big deal to people because me being an absolute idiot young person with an RX-3, a very kind of antisocial car, I actually painted my car this Hyundai purple. And, you know, I wrapped around in my RX-3 being an antisocial kind of lout. But in a Hyundai colored car, we've got 123 horsepower for this model, which is very underwhelming. You know, that is an underwhelming number. They did mess up a little with this design when they first brought this thing out because it had a bit of a polarizing design. This kind of upper gill that come up here and this kind of like big mouth kind of thing. A lot of people hated the mouth look. They said it looked like a fish. They said like it was, especially with the, I actually thought the Sonata was a nice design, but nobody agreed with me. Everybody hated it, kind of. What we have here is, these are actually real. So people criticize a lot of the Japanese cars for having like a million fake vents, but this is actually a vent that comes through and brings air around and actually works for dynamic. We get a real like sporty look. Like these are fake vents, of course, but you know, we've got like a chunky kind of like a, yeah, like a hot look. No exhaust pipes sticking out. I don't even think it needs an exhaust pipe with that much horsepower. And yep, we have our split fold seats, which we can get to like this. Seat room, pretty good room, you know, not bad at all. We have USB-Cs in here, 2 USB-Cs. We have some air vents, some netting, all your standard type of stuff. Cup holders. Bose sound in the other one. The one that I was just driving had a nice like Bose sound system. Sunroof. Got a bit of a light back here. And we've got our cup holders and our center armrest. Nothing too special back here, but one thing we do have as well is heated seats, which is very nice to have. Another thing that I really love here is, it doesn't say it on this one, but a lot of them say Avante on here. Yeah, so the real big advantage is we've got our, you know, forward coming seat. Yep, and we've got these linked to the drive modes. Change drive mode. Yeah. Okay, that is cool. The LED light is new. It's a big addition. You know, it's a big oversight for a lot of these cars that are mid-cycle now. An LED light might just swing you one way or the other when you're buying a car. There's amazing top-down camera. See, like up there, but you can see up there, we've got 1 million people up there. You can go higher. Back, rear, which is a very nice view there, and the side views. Awesome. cool, you know, we can put it on whenever we like, we can drive around with it if we like. Built-in cam, this is a very good feature. It's a very nice, okay, unable to record. On-wheel driving, you know, we can stick a USB in here now and we've got a black box. Parked recording time 12 hours. Parked events, we want to do that. On-wheel parked driving events. Time lapse. Okay, well, we could have done that. I should have done that when we were in there. I don't know where we put our SD card in. Record. Okay. This is really cool. So I don't know how much memory we got. I'm sure we don't have like 10 gig of memory in here, but this is, you know, this is just recording. Okay, what do we got in here? We've got a time-lapse recording. You can hit play. So this is just like a standard thing you get now. That's a really, really nice feature. Like, you've got the hardware there, you've got the cameras. Why not let us record with it? Okay, let's hit this. And what are we doing? We're recording. We're recording like what's going on. I should have used it while I was driving. We're recording. Everybody's under video surveillance. And bang, we've got another video. Now that's really nice that they let you make use of the memory and the cameras that are in the car. See who's king your car and who is throwing eggs at your car. General. We go to language and we change it back to Hangulka. And we can try and do some voice commands. Gangnam 가자.
몇 번째 장소를 선택할까요?
Okay, well, we are in the 123 horsepower Elantra Avante. We're in the rocket machine, the rocket ship. Let's give it a hit. Well, it doesn't feel too bad, you know, it doesn't feel like exactly so terrible. I think that what they've done is they've put in a very short first gear, which they need desperately, you know, with 123 horsepower. We've got all of this new stuff for 2024. We've got our parking camera, which, yeah, cool, you know, we can put it on whenever we like, we can drive around with it if we like, we can just you know, it's a very fun kind of like a party trick to be able to keep this on. And yeah, the car looks nice. It does look like this seamless horizon. It does look like it's an LED strip. I don't know why. I'd say, like, really, they could put that an LED strip. Would you pay an extra $100 to make it an LED light bar at the front? I would. And this is a bit of a speced up model. It is just about 24,000 US, around about 30,000, and it's just gone back to the map. 30 million Korean won. But it doesn't feel as bad as I thought it would. I really thought it would feel like one of these little like slush box cars. It doesn't feel like that at all. And we've got this lovely LED gauge cluster now. It really does look a lot different to not having the base model, this terrible kind of gauge cluster. What are we doing? We're doing 60. Let's see if, like, what happens on a highway if you boot it in mode. Let's change to sport. No? Okay, that's not that. That's drive mode. Drive mode. Eco. We don't want eco, you know. Okay, it's like we've gone down a few gears. Let's see what happens when we boot the 123 horsepower. It's not too bad, really. Yep, we've got 80 kilometers on up here. We've got so many meters, you know. Okay. I love in Korea how they let you know exactly where the speed cameras are. They never sneak them up on you. So you can just get past it and then boot it. We're going around the corner here and we're going to go to the right hand side. Okay, cool. It's a lovely, clear, beautiful, non-polluted day in Korea. We do get nice days here, you know. This is a little bit out of the ordinary. Springtime, half of it comes from China, half of it comes from Korea. They do try to say that a lot of it comes from China, but then it does kind of, you know. But if the wind's blowing the China way, we get the pollution. If the wind's blowing the Russian way, we get the freezing cold, even if the sun's out. So you can take your pick. Merging. Yeah, there's no way that you're going to get like any kind of electric feeling in here, but it's okay. It's not too bad, you know. It doesn't go too bad, and you've got all of these nice little touches now, even in a pretty basic model. This is actually the Inspiration model. Okay, lane departure warnings, and I've got to go here. I've got to go to the orange way. Inspiration, calling a basic model the Inspiration model, like you've just gone past the base. You're a bit inspired, so you're spending a bit more, but you're not that inspired that you're going to get yourself into a bit more debt to get a car, or you're inspired in other stuff where you're going to get, you know, you're going to spend your money on holidays and partying and stuff. Yeah, so Inspiration. This is the Inspiration. Feels nice around that corner there. It does feel nice on the road. Changes direction nicely. It doesn't have like a ton of body roll. It doesn't keep rolling. Feels nice to drive. I wish it had a bit more power. I suppose that's where you need an inline with a bit of a hybrid or something like that, at least. Or to get a completely different car, you know. An N model, the N line, I suppose that's what you get when you want some power. The electric cars, that's what you get when you don't want to spend much on oil. And the hybrid model of this as well, if you don't want to spend much on oil. Our lane keeping, have we got that on? Yep, we've got lane keeping on here. We've got our traction control if you want to get really out of control, if you want to start to try your luck on that 122 horsepower. This nice gear lever here, I like it. They've made this nice little lip on here now, and we do have ambient lighting in here. Let's have a look in here. Setup, vehicle. Let's hopefully we get a tunnel. Ambient light. Let's link it to the drive mode, and that's cool. You know, we can change all these colors and stuff, but let's try and link it to the drive mode and see what happens when we're in the tunnels. Hopefully we get a tunnel here so we can test out this fire breathing 123 horsepower motor. Let's give it a full belt. Let's do a 0 to 1000 into 123 horsepower, which isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Let's go back to the nav, which I love having buttons everywhere, you know, just being able to press buttons and just get back to your map and your nav. Let's race a Kia something. Okay. Uninspiring with its acceleration, but we knew that already. But it's not as uninspiring as I expected it to be, really. It beat all them people behind me. The police are chasing me for that reckless acceleration. But seriously, I don't feel like it's a slug. Mirrors here. Feels solid, feels nice in the road. And you're going to get this digital dash no matter what model you get. You're going to get LED lights no matter what model you get. Okay, we're turning right, orange Okara, okay, Dwyer. Maybe we do around this corner just a little bit hard. Feels nice. Now we'll be able to see in this tunnel. It does feel nice for a standard car. It doesn't jump around a lot. It's got like pretty nice dynamics. Yeah, let's have a look. Change drive mode. Yeah. Okay, that is cool. Which is awesome.